gives a new meaning to being emo.
Word. I've never seen him in this light.
Basically, right? No. Well, he was like that in those Twilight movies, wasn't he?
Do you think that was emo? I didn't think that was emo though. More like brooding type.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess so.
But anyways, if you haven't seen the new Batman, which is just called Batman, right?
It's The Batman.
The Batman.
Pretty much, that's the title. There's so many Batmans. They had to we gotta put The Batman because it's just too many.
Speaking of so many Batmans, we can talk about that a little bit. How this Batman is, I want to say different. I want to say different from the other Batmans. And we're talking about Christopher Nolan's Batman and
Tim Burton's Batman.
Well, let's focus on Tim Burton's Batman, yeah.
Michael Keaton.
It
was, I think the Batman with Robert Pattinson, I guess it's a little bit more closer to me in the sense of like Tim Burton's Batman. And not only the sets, but like in the atmosphere. But I guess his character, but this Batman's a little different with Robert Pattinson because he's younger, so it's his like second year. But what do you wanted to say that it was different? Because I thought it was closer to Michael Keaton's in a sense, except for how young he was.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is how the character he is younger. But Michael Keaton character is more kind of like established, but not just established. He is more in tune with his other life. So he's living to the two lifestyles, like Batman, and then also
there's a work and life balance.
Yeah, life balance. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And then also like this, without going too much into it, I feel like the cinematography was definitely different, and the sets were definitely different. That really speak to who the character was and setting the mood and the tone.
The cinematography was like, we were talking about the editing in the sense of like the deep reds, the deep oranges, and and I thought that was interesting. That's why I just said it was closer to Tim Burton's, because it's like the sets in the sense of like the costumes, or like his house or anything like that.
Very
elaborate. Was very like gothic and fantasy like in a sense. So that's why I was saying it was closer to that. But yeah, there is a difference between that. But let's get into the characters, I guess. So yeah, with Batman, like we were talking about, he's young here, so he doesn't have that work balance or life balance in a sense. And he's really in tune with his, like, I guess his sadness in the sense of losing his parents, and he believes that he could change the city. He's very in I guess his convictions of like, I believe in these institutions and the city and then the cops, and that we could change this. Well, but I don't think he sees enough of his privileges in a sense,
He doesn't see it, and he tries to reject it.
Yeah, he tries to. The movie calls it out in the sense of the mayor character and Catwoman, but I don't think the movie it calls it out, but I don't think it goes all the way with it, because again, he still believes in these institutions, but these institutions, they're not good. They were set in a way to be they're based in racism, oppression, and corruption, and I think that's like the theme of the movie in a sense. Like, vengeance is one of them, like getting vengeance for people who have hurt really were wrong. But I think the theme also is that he believes that he could help with some good cops and some good politicians, that they could change Gotham. But when the system, the city government and the institution, or like, cops and stuff like that, when those institutions are based in racism, oppression, and corruption, how much can they change, and how much good can they make with that?
Right.
So they don't really go deep into that. It's more like they call it out a little bit, but not really, because in the end they still say, hey, there's still some good cops and some good politicians. Yeah, so
right. Yeah. And you said something earlier about how you feel that watching the film felt like
Oh yeah, it felt like a true crime movie. Like it felt like a true crime. Like I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts or stories or documentaries and stuff, because I love researching, but most of all I love knowing, and seeing those signs, and hearing stories. They're, of course, they're terrible and sad, and sometimes you're like, nah, man. But yeah, it felt like that, especially with the Riddler's character. It felt like a thriller as well. But with the Riddler's character, I thought he was the best. Paul Dano I thought he was amazing. I know some people were like, oh, he's overacting. I was like, nah, man, he was terrifying without having to show the kills, And I thought that was like really dope. Like there was this just way he just acted.
If you like what we're talking about so far, if you're interested, please give us a like and also subscribe and click the bell to follow us for more TV, movie reviews. We really have fun doing this. This is like our passion project. So please join us. So many instances when I was watching this film, which, I felt scared, or like to the point where I just like didn't even want to look at the screen because I was afraid of what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. So it really kept me like, entertained. Like I was like, oh, okay, I like where this is going.
We can't forget about Catwoman though.
Yeah.
Zoë Kravitz? Zoë Kravitz, yeah. She was really good. I thought her Catwoman was carefree, sexy. She looked amazing. Her hairstyles, her clothing. I was like, please step on me. She looked amazing, like severely. But the thing is, what makes her character so good was because she was complex in the sense that she was tough, but she was also vulnerable, and so she was a person that she also had conviction in the sense of she believed in helping women who were disregarded. I think she worked in sex work and stuff like that, and so she wanted to help these women just like her mom, and her mom was doing, I think, the same thing from what I'm getting. I could be totally wrong. So she just wanted to help people who were marginalized or oppressed in any way possible, and I thought that was dope.
Yeah, she definitely was a different character as far as Catwoman. Mm-hmm. And Catwoman has a lot of cats, but she,
but she said that line, picked up strays, right?
She picks up strays, and I thought that was pretty cool how they showed her like that. And she had like some serious massive nails that were like
her nails were
scary.
They look cool,
and she
though.
actually used them.
Yeah, I wonder.
So in comparison to Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, because she is my totally favorite. I love Michelle Pfeiffer.
They're different Catwomen.
They're different Catwomans, but I have to say I liked her Catwoman too. But Michelle Pfeiffer will always take it for me. She's like number one. But I think she, she did a great job, and I think that as far as kind of having this ideal type of Catwoman to represent women and their kind of like their social issues and things like that, I think she did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's
because, and considering it's such a Batman being male dominated universe, she really stood out.
Yeah,
in the film.
I mean, there's a lot of amazing like characters and like Poison Ivy and stuff but it's male dominated in the sense too. Yeah. The only thing I had little issues, it was 3 hours long. I'm sorry, I can't sit in a 3-hour long movie still. Mm-hmm. I have like, my eyes, that's my thing. So that was a real issue with me because it kind of got slow in the middle. But I understand why they needed that pacing. But I thought it was kind of slow in the middle.
Yeah, aside from my neck hurting, I really had
my neck was hurting a lot.
Like when I was watching the scope of the film, like I walked out of there and I felt like there was nothing that really bothered me about the film. I felt like the pacing was good. I didn't feel like it was too long. And as far as Batman and the way he looked, I thought it was completely new, fresh look for him, and you know, having him look like an emo, but like this really like guy who really just didn't give a shit about how he looked, and I like
he really did not care.
But anyways, that's all.
I relate to that.
She definitely does.
I definitely do. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of do too, but you know, there are times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Life is hard, man. Life is hard. You gotta care about that too? No. Couple days. Yeah. So that's our review of the Batman. If you want to check out another review, it's a recent review. It's a superhero movie too. That we did. It's My Hero's World Mission. So definitely check that out. It's on our Geekettes chat channel.
It's an anime.
It's an anime.
My Hero Academia.
Yes.
And it's very popular.
It's a superhero movie too.
It's a superhero movie.
Yeah. So,
I really like it. It's kind of.
I love My Hero. Did you see that poster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are still like wondering what the heck is My Hero Academia, think of X-Men.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell about that. But anyways, yes. Thanks for watching our review. Check out our other videos as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Have a great
Have a great day.
Month. Peace.
Peace. We out here.